wonderful people. I'm here to show you a different type of mat that I make with rope. It's rectangle. This was big with sailors. They would make these and they would nail with their retired rope, and we're talking, for thousands of years, and they would nail them down as treads on their stairs so that when they got wet, they weren't as slippery because they used natural fibers. They would make them smaller to put them under things on shelves and stuff to help things from slipping and sliding. But I make them as hot pads and floor mats. So I found this pattern on Pinterest, and this is it. I'll put the link below where I found this, and I printed it and I laminated it, and it works whether you're doing a small pad like this, and as you see, I have too many colored Sharpies that I made a board that matched. Okay, I promise. But then I also made a really big board, same amount of nails on this board and on this board, same amount of nails. I just drew a bigger grid and put this together to do floor mats, and I made floor mats for my father-in-law and stuff that he uses right inside his workshop. So for learning purposes today, we're going to use my big board. Put my little board down. Put my big board on the table. Now, if you'll notice on here, it has thicker sections in the colors. Where the thicker section is and the direction it's going tells you that is an over. You're going to go over. So that rope, when you go from, okay, let's say we're going from 8 to 9, this is the top rope. Here, it's the bottom rope there, top rope here, bottom there, top here, bottom there. And that's how you get your weave. That's 100 foot. Okay, we're going to pull out my 100 foot of rope. Because when I say we're going to use it, we're going to use it. And this is diamond braid poly rope. 196 pound, 176 kilogram. It's 1/2 inch around rope. So it's pretty heavy duty. It's durable, rot and mildew resistant, outdoor activity. It's heavy duty rope, which for a floor mat inside of a workshop or something, that's what you want. So I'm going to unwind all 150 feet. 100 feet. So we're going to wrap the ends with tape, and I'm going to use my electrical tape. Because I like it better. And I'm going to have to use a little more because, one, it's a thicker rope. This will be my working end right here. So I'm going to stick that in the fat fold right there. do the other one, the start. I've had this rope for quite a while for this project. I've just not gotten to it, so I can't remember how much this rope is. Rope can be kind of pricey. I'm not even gonna lie. So take that into consideration before you decide you're gonna make a big floor mat. But I will tell you, this size floor mat and like a natural fiber is going for over $100 online. So hopefully with you seeing me do it on a bigger board, it'll help you a little bit better for the small board, because it's the same amount of nails, it's the same process, whether it's for this board or another one. So we're gonna tape this down. I'm using masking tape here. And I'm gonna tape it right here outside the number 1. Just taping it down. And I'm gonna go from number 1, make sure you number them, to 2, to 3, to 4, again, to 5, this video will not be as long as my first wood roping working. I'm gonna go around once with you watching, and I will start into the second time around. And when I run into a change, I will turn the camera back on. And when I run into, and then I'll continue. And then when I am finished, I will show you how to end it. Yeah, I know. It's a 100-footer rope. Now you understand why it took me 4.5 hours. This is quite a commitment. 5 to 6, 6. Now you have these two ropes here. When you're going from 6 to 7, this one would be over, this one's under, this one's over, and then you can pull it through. Because I really get into my rope slinging, as my husband puts it. All right. So there we go. We've gone 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, now we're going 8 to 9. The first rope we encounter is an under. Then we're going to go over. Then it's under and over. I got about 25 feet more to go. So now we've gone from 7 to 8. Now we're going from 9 to 10. And we're going to go from 10 to 11. Make sure your ropes are where they need to be for the lines that they're using. This one would be over, so this one is under. Over here, under here, over here, under, over, and pull it through. Okay. Sit down a minute. Just while we figure this out. Okay. So now we're going from 11 to 12, which there's nothing there. And then 12 to 13. So it would be over, under, over, under. This one belongs here, so that's over, under, over, under, over. Yes, I know I'm getting all these little curls and stuff, and that's fine. I'm going to get this on here first, one whole time around before I worry about trying to undo that nonsense. 13. Okay. Now, give you a little close-up from slinging that rope. You see how this has snapped up? This is what's snagging my rope. That's why you should sand it nice and smooth. All right, so for this side, we're going to go from 14 to 15. We're going to go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. For my grandson watching, Grandma's broken, baby. Too bad you can't be with Grandma right now to help me sling my rope. It's a great thing to do with kids. You give them one end and say, keep running until I tell you to stop. I've done that. That's fun. Helps wear out the kids. How many times can you skip or hop before the rope snaps you back? You know, you just gotta have fun with stuff. Okay. Back to my working end. Now we're gonna go from 15 to 16. So 15 to 16. And you'll go under and over. You could do these knots, any of my knots, you could do like on foam core with push pins in it, similar designs, with much smaller, or use wire or something for like jewelry. I haven't done that, but I thought about it. I haven't really made jewelry in years. I used to. Kind of got bored with it. I'm a little, you could say I'm a little ADHD. Okay, hold up. Screw myself up. Where am I going? Okay, this is 13 and 14. All right. This is the 15, 15 to 16. Now I'm going from 16 to 17. All right, so I'm going to go 19. All right. So you see how it keeps popping up on me because these are just finishing nails. The struggle's real, people. All right, so I'm going to go under, over, under, over, under, over, and then I'm to 17. Oops. Okay. So, that goes, oops. Okay. Let's get these all pushed on at once. They belong on. And there we go. We got them all pushed into place. All right. All right. So we've gone from 16 to 17. We're going to go from 17 to 18. So we're going to start by going under, over, under, over. And we're going to sling it through. Almost through. The good news is, with each turn, the rope gets thinner. Okay, so we're going from 17 to 18. Put everything where it goes. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. So here we've gone. This would be under, over, under, over, under, over. Perfect. So now we're going to go from 18 to 19. Working in, go under. This would be over, but there's not a rope there yet. And then under this one and over the last one. Hold on, let me stretch this out a little bit. Okay, so I threw my rope out so I had more space. It's less likely to kink all laid out like that, okay? So when I say sling your rope, I meant it. Put some energy into it, y'all. I'm a little confined out on my little porch here, but we'll work with it. Sling. Okay, there we are. So we've completed 18 to 19. We just have to go 19 to 20. Hang on. Okay, so we're going from 19 to 20. And it's under, over, under, over, under, over. And I'm going to spin my board. When I made my father-in-law's, his rope was a little thinner. And it took 150 feet of rope, which, believe it or not, did 3 50-foot lengths of rope. That was, well, it was 120 feet, but I still had to buy 3 of them at 50 feet to make it. And he likes it. It works well in his little shop. Okay, now we're going to go from 20 to 21. This is small. You're going to go under and over. That's it. Spin my board around. We're going to sling the rope this way. One more line, one more row of sling and rope, and we will have filled it completely. So we're going to go from 21 to 22. So here you're going to go under, then over, then under, then over, then under, then over, then under, and then over. The last of my series for now, because these are the only knots that I do. I'm working on trying to figure out some additional knots. I'm not there yet, so I can't show y'all yet. This is not the only type of crafts I do. I sew. I've done needlepoint, not really into it. I don't knit.
I taught my daughter how to crochet. She's wonderful at it. No. It took too long. I couldn't do it. I can't take, months or whatever, weeks or months to finish something. It makes me nuts. I've made jewelry. But I've done miniature things. I've done plastic canvas. So there it is. We have it on our board. First go around. Now, like the last video, sorry, this goes under. All right, like our last video, you're just going to take your working end and you're 22, you're gonna go around one, the outside, and you're gonna follow it. And you're gonna follow what you've already done. Okay, so if we bring this through, we're just gonna follow from 1 to 2, follow the rope we already have in there. And it gets harder and harder to sling your rope through. Because it's got a lot more friction. I'm gonna put this on my chair by working it. I'm almost there. Okay, so you can decide, once you get it through, following the number 1, you can decide if you want to follow. Okay, here's my original rope. This is the one that's taped. Okay, you can decide if you want to take this around on the inside or if you want to move it over and it be on the outside, which will only have you on the outside on half of the board. Eventually, you will have to start laying rope on the inside. I will unpause the video and start recording once I get to that point. So I'm going to take mine. So right now it follows the outside. I'll bring y'all back when I get to the part where it's now following the inside. Okay, so I've gone around from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and all the way up to, I just brought it from 12 to 13. Now I have to go on the inside of the ropes. So we're just going to lay it on the inside, pull it through. And the more rope you put into this, the more difficult it will become. The stiffer it becomes to pull it through. And remember, like the last ones, you had the other one I did, sometimes you just have to untwist as you pull to get it to lay right. So now we went from being on the outside line to now we're on the inside. So the rest of this I'm going to continue to follow the rope, but I'm going to stay on the inside. I'm just going to have my rope lay inside the nails. Like you can see right there. This is the rope I just put in, and it's inside the nails. Okay? And now I'm going to pause, and I'll bring you back when I finish. Okay, so I've just pulled it off the board. I have gone around 4 times. See? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And with going around 4 times, I have maybe 9 foot of rope left over. I'll have more once it's tightened. But I'm going to tighten it tomorrow when I got more light. It's 7:30 at night and the light's dying. So continuing in the morning, which will be seconds for you. Nighters. Hello, YouTubers. I am back. It's just been a couple seconds for you, but it's been overnight for me. All right, I finished going around 4 times. I have removed it from the board. It is now time. This is all the rope I have left. It's awesome. So we're going to start tightening it up. I always start with my starter end. And I need to pull it through so that it ends up on the bottom. I'm going to pull it through. So my burns will be here, which means this I'm going to need to bring around. One more time. So it ends under the same one. So both of my burns, my melty ends, however you want to look at it, end up in the same spot, right? Okay, so I need this end. And I'm going to pull it through to shorten it up. And back. That's perfect. Now I'm going to bring it around. And I want to kind of close up a lot of these holes. And remember, you break before you take it off the board, like I did. And then you can come back to it. When it's time to start tightening. So now we gotta bring this down. We're closing up them holes. And we're just following around the very start line, pulling it through, snugging it up, those holes. Takes a little effort tightening that up. But the good news is, once you pull it through, you can let go of it. You don't have to keep hold of it, because it'll pretty much hold its shape. Now, this goes to the second rope, because now I'm back at the beginning. So you got to make sure you follow what rope you're on. So if you buy these from people who make them,
they're going to cost you a pretty penny because materials cost quite a bit. I probably have $30 or more in rope right here. I can't remember, I've had this batch of rope for about 2 years. And with my rope supplies. And the one I made my father-in-law cost me about $60 in rope. So they can cost a bit in rope, but it costs quite a bit in time. So if somebody's making you one of these, it takes about 4.5, 5 hours total. Time is money. We don't know that. So you're going to be paying for people's time to do it. Or you can watch this video and you can decide to make your own. Sorry, I'm trying to remember to concentrate on what I'm doing. I gotta learn to, walk and chew bubble gum at the same time to do this, I guess, with YouTube. That's alright, I'll get there. I'm old, but I'll get there. But they say you're only as old as you feel. I told them that doesn't work for me. I feel like I'm in my 80s. My doctor told me I have knees of a 70-year-old construction worker. That's my own fault, I guess. I tried to be like the boys in the military and push myself to beyond my limits. And now I suffer for it for the rest of my life. And that's okay. That's okay. I served my country. I did my thing. I got confidence that I didn't have before I joined the military. I didn't have a whole lot of confidence. I was kind of meek and shy and backwards, which my kids don't believe. I left my first husband and I went in the Army. And I became wicked confident. So, you can go ahead and put bad comments on mine. You ain't gonna hurt me much. And I wish more people had the attitude that I have. If you're not directly paying my bills, your opinion doesn't matter. Only my husband's opinion matters. He thinks I'm a hoot. I'm one of these people you either love or you hate, and I don't care either way. Basic training drill sergeant said, I don't care if you love me or hate me, but you will respect me. And I've lived by that motto. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to change for somebody else. I'm just going to be me. I've invited y'all into my private little world of my home, which I don't permit drama in my home. This is my safe place. Anybody who comes here, this is their safe place. If you disrupt my safe place, you ain't welcome back. Make my place feel unsafe, you gotta go and you can't come back. I can't have that in my life. I'm a safe haven for kids and stuff, and I have kids of my own, and I just won't have it. Just won't. Okay. Oh, so it is this one. Okay. I'm going around my last time. You can see me struggling a little bit, and I do this regular. This is one of the I'm a jack of many trades, master of a few. Rope is one of them. I just love it. I don't know why. I guess I get a little bit of a workout while I do it, and it sings to my outdoor nature. Being a wilderness survivalist. The closer you get to the end, the harder it is to pull. This is what gives you that feeling of a little bit of a workout, which there are some other YouTuber videos that I watch on a regular basis, and I'm gonna do a little name drop. He probably doesn't know who I am. I've commented a few times on his stuff, but not too much. It's the Fit Farmer. This would be right up his alley. He's always talking about, you know, working out a little bit, staying in shape. And I agree with that, because every morning I get up and I do a little exercise. Yeah, I know I'm a bit chunky. I'm a grandma, I'm allowed to be, but it's not real healthy. And I've actually been working on losing some weight because that'll help my back and my knees. As soon as this virus thing is settled, I'm ready to move out of the city and into the country. Wanted to do it before this virus thing, but I've got some stuff to do so I can get my full value on this house that we're in now. And I want 20 acres. We may do some farming, but mainly I'm gonna run a business. Oh, I am going to take the video with my daughter making that platform today, so you'll see me in the same clothes. It just happens like that sometimes, okay? This is the last of it. Yay. Huh. Okay, I got it tightened. It took a while, and my son and daughter had to come and help me. But here's the finished mat. I only went around 4 times for this training video, so I guess it's not going to be a floor mat. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe a hot pad that a permanent decoration sits in the middle of my son's table when he buys his house. Who knows? But that's tightened. And I mean tight. I can hardly bend it. It's hard. You hit somebody with it, they're gonna know they was hit with it. That's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna flip it over. I need a lighter. I need scissors. We're gonna cut this one. We're gonna cut it a little longer. I'm gonna throw that to the side. All right, so you see automatically the outer layer, I'm gonna drop it down and I'm gonna trim the innard. I'm gonna bring this back up. It's going to melt. going to use the metal from the lighter and we're going to press it down. Now it is melted to the other. There you go. So now I'm going to do this side. So I'm going to cut it bigger. Drop it. Grab the outer and pull it down quite a ways. And I'm going to trim out that inner. I save my inners and I use them as with fire starter. Put them in my fire starters. All right, so now we're gonna burn this, melt it. Till it kind of shrinks down. Sometimes you gotta help it a little bit. The other one shrunk in, this one's shrinking out. Okay. Get it good and melted down to almost the white stuff. And then you're gonna smash it down. Use the metal part. And smash it in. Let it cool. And that, my friends, is the end. Well, this is like a placemat size, except with this heavy duty rope, it's too thick for a placemat, if you can see the thickness. It's pretty thick. But center of a table, so you can just sit hot things on or use a decorative. To make this into a floor mat, I would have went around 6 times, which means I would have had to go out and buy more rope to do so. So I guess I'm going to have to get a whole lot of rope and make it big enough for my son's welcome mat. And that's all I have for this video. I am going to tell you, my hands hurt. This got very difficult for tightening. My son and daughter, my son who's 29 and my daughter who's 24, had to put a little muscle into it to get it done, but it's done. They had help. It was wonderful. So you'll need some real strong people to help you, because as this knot gets tightened up, towards the end, it really gets tight. This is, to make one of these, it's a commitment. Be warned. And it's easy to get confused on where your ropes are. But that's okay. We made it through. We made it work. It turned out fine. It's not as perfect as I would have preferred. But that's the way it is. It's done. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Learn something new every day. Bye-bye.